Hey guys. So, this just crossed my mind right now because I started thinking about it. Um, have you had those days where you just you feel like no one cares? Like you could get hurt, end up in the hospital, and then like no one would visit you? Have you ever had those days where like the only thing you can think about is how you'd get hurt and end up in the hospital, and then somehow your teacher is finding out and then tell the class? Have you ever thought about like who would start crying or who would start worrying so much? And like, I don't know. Have you had those nights where it's like it's 3 a.m., 3 a.m., and then like you just you just burst into tears. Like like you can't sleep, and then all of a sudden something pops into your head and then you just burst out crying. That actually happened to me a few days ago. It was right before I was falling asleep, but it wasn't that late. Or have you ever had those dreams where you've gotten hurt, but then it doesn't seem like anyone came to visit you, whether it was in the hospital or at your grave? I'm getting sick, sorry. But have you ever just randomly thought, like when you're just walking and then you're looking at the ground or at the sky or something, and then you think like who actually cares about you, who would visit you, who would like worry about you so much, but then you think like you're not close to anyone really. Like not many people would care, right? But honestly, people do care. Like, I don't know. Lately, I've been finding out who cares about me. And it kind of scares me because if I ever lose them, then like, you're not going to feel wanted. Like, they're close to you. They mean something to you, and then you don't want to lose them at all. Or how, like, you're just in class, and then there's that one person who you had so much history with, but then something happened. Whether you guys were together and broke up, they cheated, or like something ruined your friendship. And then every time you look at them, it hurts because you remember all the memories. You miss them. And if they hurt you repeatedly, then, like, I know no one wants to hear this, but sometimes the person you want the most is the person you're best without. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard that quote before, but it's true. Like, if you finally let them go, then it's a good chance that you can finally be happy again. Um, but yeah, people do care about you, and they wouldn't want anything to happen to you at all. You're probably their only best friend that they trust with all their heart, or the only person who understands them more than anyone, or the person who helped them through the most. And then if you're gone, what's gonna happen to them? They're gonna like be torn down too, right? I'm not saying that everything's gonna be counting on you, but if you're thinking about injuring yourself so badly that you're almost about to die, like I've thought of that so many times and I actually almost did it, but you have to realize that if you didn't make it, then think about all the people who care about you, who may not show it, but they actually do care. Like even strangers, you don't know them in person, but you talk to them on like Facebook, right? They care. Think about how all your family, like their faces, think about how they be crying their eyes out. And your friends. It's not going to be the same without you. Yeah, you may think like, oh, there's like a lot of them. They're not going to miss me, or I didn't really talk that much. I was just there hanging out with them. I wasn't close to them, stuff like that. But no. One person can make a lot of difference in just one group. Believe me. Or have you ever had those nights where you're just like laying there and then you're staring up at your ceiling and then you can't think of anything, like your mind's blank, and the only thought that comes to mind after a while is you being in the hospital and stuff, or you being dead. You think about your insecurities, about your flaws, your mistakes, the past. Well, that's not going to help you move forward. That's not going to help you recover. Self-harming, those like types of nights, best thing you can do is probably just knock out. You'll feel better in the morning. If not, you'll feel at least a little better than you did last night. And have you ever missed someone so much that it hurt? Like, you see them every day, and then you think of all the memories, but then, like, you see that person with someone else, and they could just be friends, but you get jealous still because they're not giving you your time. They're not giving you their time. It's like you miss them emotionally, but not physically, or both. Love is pretty complicated. Hate people. But yeah, and then it's those days where like you see them and then you reminisce about like your talks, deep conversations if you ever had those, memories, the laughs, like everything. And then like you can't do anything about it because they moved on from you, or you're their sideline. It doesn't feel great being that sideline. No. And to the people who are a lot like me, who can't like let go as easily, you will one day. I mean, I pretty much did after I saw something that I didn't want to see or believe. But after I did, I basically just stopped immediately. Like, it was like 10 months down the drain, like sticking by him. But I saw it coming. Like, we drifted apart, so yeah. There are times where I miss him, but you know, it's like one of those people, like, you miss them for a little bit and then you get over it. Because then someone else has your attention. Someone else treats you better. Someone makes time for you. And then you fuck it up. But yeah. Like, I don't know. It's like you tried so hard to be with that one person, but then they ended up just treating you like an option. Like you weren't as important, you weren't their priority like they were to you. And then it's like you see them with someone else every time, like a million times, and then it just tears you down. But all I can say is that time doesn't always heal all wounds, but I forgot. Crap. time does heal all wounds, but then other times it's just the changes in your life. Like, honestly, people are always saying, like, oh, I hate my life, fuck my life, stuff like that. But no, it's not your life. Nope. It's the people in your life that make it difficult, that make you hate it. Because life is just there, but it's just basically the people. But if you're talking about it in general, then I guess. um, I was going to talk about something else, but I forgot. And then those days where, like, you're sad for no reason. Like, you've been bipolar that entire day. Like, you didn't want to be around people, but then you did. You didn't want to be lonely. But then you feel like, how do I say this? I'm horrible with words, I'm sorry. um, oh, what was I saying? Crap, I forgot. Man, I forgot. It's horrible. It's gone forever. I can't remember. Okay, well, before I start wasting your time even more, basically, if you think no one cares about you, people do care, whether they talk to you or not, whether you know them in person or not. There's always at least one person who cares, and that's me. I don't know, but yeah. And then people do love and care about you. I'll be one of those people. I'm here if anything. My inbox is open. If you want, you can ask for my Kik. I don't really use it that much though. Snapchat's pretty pointless. But yeah. So I guess in general, the point of this video, which I randomly just decided to do, people do love and care about you, even if you don't think they do, even though I've said that like 3 times, 4 times. Don't hurt yourself because it's not worth it. It may be ending your pain partially, but it's passing it on to someone else. I mean, think about it. If you actually ended up doing like putting yourself in the hospital, okay, if you ended up doing that, think about all the faces of your friends and family and how they're crying. Put yourself in their shoes. They're seeing someone they love just there on the verge of death and they can't do anything about it. They weren't there to stop you. They didn't see the signs. But maybe you should just be straight up with them. I'm being a hypocrite about that. I don't do that at all. Never mind. But yeah, like, okay, that being said, that person that hurt you and that is with someone else will come along for you and make you realize why that other person deserves to be in the past. Why their chapter in your life is done and that they have no reason to come back. Like, no, just go tell them to step on a Lego. No, you don't need them. Like, you can just like, I don't know, stab them with a pencil. I don't know. I'm not as violent, so I wouldn't know. I used to be violent when I was little. Or I mean, you could just like slap them in the face and then like go get some ice cream. That's what I want to do. But what else did I talk about in this video? I don't even know, dude. Fudgesicles. Those nights where you like stay up all night and you can't sleep, listen to music and knock out. Or if you can't do that, just think of happy memories, like with your best friends, with family, or like something stupid someone said, or a funny movie or something. Just keep your mind off of it. Or just go through Facebook and Instagram like I do until you fall asleep. Or what I do is I go on Tumblr now. So um, Tumblr actually helps. Like people on there actually understand you way more than people on Facebook. Well, actually some. And plus Tumblr is like where the fun weird people are. Like yeah. And then plus you can tell a lot by a person by their blog. Like mine, it speaks more than I do. Just put it that way. Because I'm a thinker, not a talker. If that makes sense. But yeah. Okay. Um, well, I guess that's it for this video. I know it wasn't that much. I mean, I'm just winging it. I'm just winging it. And I'm sick. I'm tired as hell because I just came from practice. But for the next video, comment below what you thought of this one and what you think I should talk about in the next one. And I'll post it up as soon as I can. Bye.